Yeah. Okay, so we're all ready to go. I just want to first say, Alan Nagao here in Los Angeles, California. We have been nonstop since the convention. It has been like wake to faint. It has not been a moment to rest because we are getting ready for the huge launch of our new WellSpa IO in Latin America, in Mexico, in Colombia, in Chile, in Peru, in Argentina, and everybody is getting crazy about this. Also in Canada. So we're just, and we're going to pre-market, get ready for the US market. I'm not sure, maybe Dr. Chang will update us if we're close to getting full approval on the WellSpa in the United States. But we are just going crazy because people are having so great results from our products. And recently, there has been some questions about whether we should use it with body shaping gel, or we've been teaching certain things, and is that correct? And there's been some confusion. So I asked Dr. Chang to come and share with us what is the proper way to use our Body Spa IO or Well Spa IO or Renew Spa IO, depending on what market you're in, and how to maximize our benefits from this from a standpoint of course, of results, but also on a standpoint of the business, because we still have a business to run over here, and we really want to make sure we maximize all of the use of the product to maximize our business. Dr. Joe Chang is a bestseller writer of the Anti-Aging Myth. He is the chief scientific officer for Nu Skin, comes from a background of pharmaceutical science. And anyway, I just think all of you guys know him already. So I'm just gonna turn it over to Mr. Dr. Joe Chang. And if you can clear up some of the air for us, that would help. But also share with us maybe some of any updates or information about WellSpa IO.
Yeah. No, thanks, Alan. It's great to be here. And I suspect some of the comments you made, I'm hoping that everybody here understands. This is really, for me, based on, I don't know how many of you turned up last week for the Latino Summit here. The conference that we had was lots of energy and so on here in Provo. And I had, honestly and frankly, one of the things I had a conversation with a particular group, and I think because there was some translation that was happening at that time from English to Spanish, and there might be a little bit of misunderstanding during the translation, what I mean, and how to use the WellSpa and what can be used with the WellSpa and so on. So fundamentally, before I say anything else, right, the thing is, Alan has sort of described one particular gel for you, and that is the body shaping gel. There are two other gels we are launching together with the WellSpa, and activating gel, and there's another one that's called body serum. Everybody should understand all the gels are perfectly formulated to work with the WellSpa. All right, that's the most important thing to remember, right? Because the more we learn about the WellSpa during our scientific studies, the more we discover, because we are treating or actually using the device for the whole body. All right, so therefore, the body, unlike the face, has many different functions or so depending on which part of the body that you're using the WellSpa, it will give you different types of benefits. Okay, so you got to understand that, and that's why we have these three different gels. The body shaping gel is absolutely fine to use. In fact, one of the reasons why we have the body shaping gel is because the benefit that it delivers together with the WellSpa It's very visual. I think when Alan does his demo, if you will, you can see it. The gel visually changes, right? I mean, the color, I think it changes. I mean, it's really, frankly, I find it really gross, but it's visual. There's no doubt this well spa is sort of working in a way, right? So I think for the purpose that what Alan and all of you are trying to do, because not every person that you are showing this product to, the device, knows about Nu Skin, right? They don't, you have to establish some credibility first that this product is actually working, and you don't have much time. So this is sort of from the consumer side of things, and it's not scientific, but I realize that's a reality. If you want to show me something, even if I'm a scientist, right, I'm not going to sit there and listen to 10 minutes of whether this effective product is doing this in terms of science and so on. I want to see whether it works. And the way that Alan has been proposing to teach all of you and to help all of you do it with this demo is that, wow, it's visual. Personally, for me, when I see that, then I'm willing to listen a little bit more. Okay, that's really the most effective way of demonstrating a product. Look, you take it, you use it, and 5 minutes later, you see there's a color change on the gel. What can be more effective than that? So remember that's a really important. That's nothing to do with science, but everything to do with the so-called the demonstrable property of this well spa. Okay, you can't get somebody to use a device if you only have a very short period of time to sort of say, oh, let me tell you all about the science and all that. Yes, but it's a very, what I call a very steep mountain to climb to be able to talk to a new person and so on. So, and that's what I'm saying. So that's the background, right? Now, I know that what had been said, and it's sort of like, frankly, which is not true, is, oh, Joe Chang says that the body serum is the only serum that you should be using, right? And that's the serum. You don't use the shaping gel. No. What I did say, the body serum, like I said, the body is very big. It was also developed for a different purpose. It takes longer for that body serum to actually sort of show a benefit. All right. So it's really, and it comes in a smaller bottle and so on, and you have used a little bit of it. But on a practical level, it was never meant to be a shaping, to be a gel for demonstration purposes. I hope Javier, when you translate it, it's important to make the difference. Okay, all right. So, because what's the point of having a device that is really good and really effective and will give you meaningful benefits when you cannot show in a very short time, right, within minutes, something visual that is very convincing, right? That's really what I want to make sure that all the leaders here, it's sort of, you have to appreciate it. The reason why the serum, the body serum, takes a bit longer for it to work is because it has to penetrate. All right. You see the layer, the skin is divided into many layers. I mean, some of you may have eaten pork belly, right? When you eat the pork belly, you can see there are different layers. You can see that it takes time for the body serum to really penetrate deeper and deeper. And that's where it's supposed to be acting. It's not supposed, it's never been formulated to work effectively on the surface. The shaping gel, because that's why we call it a shaping gel, because we want to shape the body. That one, that benefit, you can get by having it on the top of the surface of the skin. All right. And that's why, Alan, when you show it, you can show it within minutes. It's much easier to get on the skin to shape. But then with the body serum later on, when you start selling it and when you start telling people, hey, there is another additional benefit that you can get from the Well Spa, because this body serum is going to penetrate deeper and give you other benefits. All right. I hope that's clear. So that what Alan, when he chose to go with the shaping gel, is I suspect, he never told me, but here's what I'm guessing. I mean, it's very visual. I sort of predicted, frankly, from the scientific side, we must have a gel that some of our leaders can use to demonstrate quickly. All right? Because we have to. We can talk till the cows come home, how great the device is, but if we cannot show it working very quickly, whether in a presentation or whatever it is, in a short meeting, nobody is going to stay for hours. You got to sort of, I'm a fisherman. I need to throw a hook that I can catch that fish. Right? Alan knows that. He needs to use the right hook. I know, I mean, now that he's an avid fisherman, he can spend the whole night out in the Pacific Ocean, okay? But for the new person, if he takes somebody out to the ocean, to the sea, I think he would be thinking, I need to get this person interested in fishing. I need to have him catch the fish quickly. It might not be a big fish, right? It might not be the biggest fish ever that Alan is now, anything smaller than a foot, he throws back. He's not interested. He wants a big one. But he's now into fishing. But not everybody is like Alan in that sense, to have that patience. You've got to get, so similarly for
clearly
new
remember
people,
which gel to use, when do we use it,
yeah,
functions. Can you give us really a synopsis, because I think that's the big conflict or confusion. Or use this gel for, more for this kind of purpose, that gel for that purpose. What can you give us some pointers on that? And then we are demoing every day, like 10 times a day right now. It is going crazy. And I just wanted to remind everybody, if you're demoing a lot, the body shaping gel is big. So we can get, and we're trying to get actually Steve Atchett to produce the Korean size, which is even bigger, because we're just going through a ton of gel. In fact, we do have, I think, a special price on 6 tubes right now. And we also have a bulk kit coming. I think we have an 18-pack kit coming of the tubes. Then we're going to have the Korean size. I told Steve Atchett, give me liters of that thing. we are just going through that so quickly. But that's one of the things I do want to make a point to everybody. It is an economic thing too, because if we're going and demoing and scraping off the gel, you're going to go through cans of that every day. And it's like $80 a can. So I don't think we could survive that kind of demonstration regimen. But anyway, go ahead and tell us what gel for what purpose.
Okay. So I think the body shaping gel, Alan, that you've been using is self-explanatory, right? It shapes the body, right? And it's sort of part and parcel of the fact that the color change is due to the fact that certain particulates that are not, that are dead cellular debris or whatever you call it, are constantly being removed by the Well Spa, all right? So it helps to purify the body. It's still very consistent with what we have been claiming with the device. Is part and parcel of the detoxification, and it's still moving the fluid, the lymphatic system, and so on. Okay, so it does that, but the focus is on shaping the body by through those scientific mechanisms. Now, the body serum is more in terms, I already mentioned it, we design and develop that thing with ingredients that as you use it with the well spa, right? We want the well spa will help those active ingredients in the body serum to penetrate deep into the skin. All right, because that's where they're supposed to act to achieve what we call the other aspect of the device, and that is the wellness benefits. See, when it penetrates deep, it's going to see some cells in there. And what happened when they see the skin cells? It will trigger those deep skin cells to start releasing the wellness substance called endorphin. Okay, so the endorphin is very good for us to get released in the body because it has a very good calming and relaxing benefit, right? And we know that from science that is happening because when in scientific studies, when we ask the question, why do marathon runners, right, regular marathon runners, when they stop running, they don't feel good? It's not because of just the lack of exercise, but they've got into a habit where during their running, they are actually releasing endorphins. All right. They give them the marathon runners feel a sense of well-being when they're running. If they stop running, none of us runners, I'm not a marathon runner by any means and imagination, but that's what the scientific studies show. The reason, well, after a while, when you become a real marathon runner, you get a sense of well-being. When you stop running, you don't feel good. And that's because of the endorphins. This device can deliver that kind of well-being benefit by the release of the endorphins. All right. And there's another one that is also important in the sense that when these other ingredients, when they go into the skin, it will help the skin cells to maintain the benefits that you are seeing with your shaping gel. Your shaping gel, because it's on the surface, will only be preserved and maintained when it's better maintained, I should say, by the use of the body serum over time and later on. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, there's another one that's called the activating gel that is going to come with the device. That activating gel is merely used to sort of, again, to, how should I put this? It's really to prep the skin for these kind of properties with the body serum, with the shaping gel, and so on. So it's almost like you use soap to clean the cells, to clean the skin, and so on, and have it connected. Because remember, this well spa is not very different from the galvanic. It has that microcurrent, and microcurrent cannot be conducted if there is no connection to the skin. You cannot use it on dry skin. The activating gel is that layer that you put on your skin that can complete the microcurrent circuit. All right. So you can see what we're doing is to give you some of these gel things and so on. It's sort of over time, you can start sort of mixing and matching with the gels. But fundamentally, you know, for your purpose, Alan, and I think it's very critical, and I absolutely feel that that is the way to go. And if you want to convince somebody quickly, the shaping gel is the way to go. All right.
That's awesome. Hey, Joe, do you know if we are close to the approval in the US? What's that looking like?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, the correct word to use is clearance.
Clearance.
From FDA, from the government, right? Not approval. They don't approve these kind of devices. They clear them and say it's safe and it's okay to use by as a what they call a by the consumers. They can buy it directly. They don't need doctors to be involved and whatever. So the current update looks very likely that before the year is ended this year, I think we are high hopes that the government will give us the clearance. All right. So so far we have to answer. Usually, typical government, right? We send in our submission application, a few thousand pages and so on, describing what we do. And in order to prove that they're actually doing a job, they will always ask questions that we need to answer and respond to. So that's what taking the action, that's the last step. We have to answer the questions. And sometimes the questions can involve like doing an additional study to be able to get the data to answer the question. And sometimes we don't. So there's several questions. And I'm just looking at the type of questions that are being asked. It's likely that by end of year, we would be able to get all the answers back to the FDA.
That is wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful for all of us. We are so excited to use it. Just wanted to mention that I think Andres and Gustavo, I think you know all of them, Patty's husband, and Gustavo just came back from a full, it was a triathlon. So they were just in a lot of pain and things on their legs. They couldn't walk up steps. And they used the well spa on their legs and on their bodies actually. And within just minutes, they were like in so much relief. They were like, wow, we can walk up the steps now. We can do all this stuff. And like, oh, this is really powerful. And we have used well spa repeatedly in Chile, training the teams and body shaping. And we have the most sexy team right now, Joe. we are just ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
So I fully imagine that the well spa also will be used in salons because one difficult thing is to do the middle of your back to treat yourself. And well, it's one thing to say, hey, Rose, come and do my back. But, most nights is I'm really tired. Not tonight, another night. And I would gladly, hire one of these Latin people to do my back and on a regular basis. And so it's been really, really wonderful to train and help all of these new massage therapists, all of these people who are professionals, and show them the benefits of that. So anyway, I think we're going to have a marvelous business this year because
I hope so. Because, there's so many things undiscovered still, Alan, in terms of how to use this well spa and where to use it on the body. Unlike the face is pretty straightforward, right? It's the face, right? But this one is a body. And like you say, the body has different, the back, sort of physically is difficult. I think I saw a question on that. Can you use it on your back? Of course. But how to get to the back on your own is going to be a gymnastic, pretzel moving kind of action, right? Somebody has to show me how they can reach the back with the device. The knees, is another area. It's I think what you just described, I think it's something to do with also be able to relieve the soreness in any joint area. Mm-hmm. And the salons you mentioned, on my side, I'm sort of hoping that if I'm starting a business or whatever it is and so on, I think the locker room, the men's gym locker room is another one. This device belongs in every gym bag.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so true. Definitely, we've found, our Chinese medicine people are loving it for, doing reflexology. They're loving it for pedicure in my Vietnamese salons. they're loving it for different things that we don't even know about yet, but we're discovering every day because they know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And the notes, I mean, when you feel it, it's just a beautiful feeling. I think Rose wanted her hand up over here. If somebody can unmute her, Javier, if you can unmute her.
Yeah.
I'm unmuted. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Joe Chang, for clearing up this confusion around body shaping gel. Absolutely agree with you. We have incredible instant results with the body shaping gel, and then the serum obviously takes longer for the results. But my question is, there are some questions about if the body shaping gel works, why was it not included in the package? I think I know the answer, but we would like to hear directly from you, please.
You remember, Rose, right? One of the things I think we have the shaping gel way before the device, correct? Yeah. Yes. So, and it works on its own, sort of not quite well. So now, I mean, this is a more after the fact discovery. And I actually have to attribute that to Alan in a sense that he really confirmed it, that when you use the shaping gel together with the device, it works even better, right? So, and this is really on the marketing side of things and so on, that by that time we already have 2 activating gels that were co-developed with the device, and we thought that that's probably enough.
Yes.
But yeah, in the future, I mean, based on what you guys are saying and so on, the shaping gel may be something that we can, I think it's, if I'm not wrong, it's recommended to be complementary to it, isn't it? Shaving gel?
Yes.
But it's part of the kit yet. Yeah.
It's not part of the kit.
Yeah. So it's a good point that let me go and bring this point up with the marketing people and so on and see whether there's something, because not everybody is going to be a demoing. It's really just our leaders, right?
Yes.
That will be demoing in that sense.
Yes, and I think that was the message Alan was trying to convey to the leaders in order for us to have a very successful pre-launch, is using the body shaping gel, which we already have in the market, and demonstrate instant results so that people are very excited to get the new and improved formula, seeing the results of the body shaping gel that we already have. Another question is, we usually use the napka, the spray in demos. And we can still use that with the Well Spa and the gels, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
There you go, Maka. Okay. So, and also the question, there was some.
Well, I prefer not to use too much napka because I think the full concentration of the product in the skin, I don't want to water it down. And some people were trying to save a little money and they were trying to like water it down with some napka. I wouldn't use that much napka, okay? We used the napka originally with Body Spa because we needed wet hands, okay? But now with the new spa, we don't need to have wet hands anymore.
That's right. Good point,
We don't need to use napka on our fingers for the... I actually forgot to wet my hands when I did a Body Spa demonstration the other day because I'm so used to using Well Spa right now that the galvanic spa or the facial spa, you do need still yet to use napka on your fingertips to wet your fingertips and wet your other hand to touch them if you're going to do a demo. But you don't need to do that with Well Spa or anything. I mean, don't you love that, baby, for this?
Yes, I love it because, I use it everywhere, but we're not going to talk about that. But Dr. Joe Chang, our question is, there's also a lot of confusion about whether or not we can use it on the neck, on the back. So just want to be clear, we can, but, how or where, and get somebody else. I remember a conversation I had with you before, and you had said the microcurrent, this is battery operated. It's not a hospital equipment where you plug into the wall. So it's, so the current can only penetrate so far, right? It's not going to.
Correct. And it's actually even better than that. Unlike the galvanic, this one, the microcurrent circuit is actually localized in that area. It doesn't even go throughout the body. All right. And that's another additional safety feature, if you want to call it that.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can use it anywhere. I can't see. I mean, any area that you can reach.
Yes,
Put it that way.
any area you can reach. I just
Really.
want to repeat that what Dr. Joe Chang is saying, so that there's not so much fear in the market about, no, you cannot use it on the back, you cannot use it on the neck. No, yes, you can, because this current is safe. It is not a very strong current. And then now we learn that it's localized as well.
I'll give you a little tip, and that's because of the shaping gel focus and so on, Alan. And it may not be because you're doing so many of those things, and it's removing a lot of debris from the body and so on. If you look under, let me get my top. You can't see it very closely, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you look under that, we have all kinds of symbols on it, right?
Yeah.
And there is one, I'm going to use my pen to show you. Okay. I don't know where you can see it. There is one, you see the symbol over here that is like an hourglass and with a cross on it?
Yes.
It's over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you look at, if you have a magnifying glass, it might be better. There's a little hole next to it. A very small hole on the bottom right.
Yes.
Right?
Tiny needle size.
Yeah. So when that hole gets stuck with a lot of debris that you have removed from the skin, there is sometimes the skin on this will bubble a little bit. I don't think it's...
That's what happened to Mike.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. All right. It's not a product quality issue.
Oh.
It's because that hole, try using a very tiny little whatever, safety pin or as thin as possible to match up with that hole and clean it up. It's almost like the pressure has been blocked and it's building up inside, and it lifts the skin in certain areas.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your bonus tip for the day.
Oh my God, that is a great tip, because it happened to mine. And somehow mine fixed itself. I think I was kind of trying to get it back down. Because we've been using it a lot.
That's why I figured.
Cobble, and we were just all the time. So yeah. That's beautiful.
Alan, excuse me. Hey, good evening. Good afternoon, Dr. Chang.
Grant, right
Alan.
there. It's right there. There is a little tiny hole in the bottom of the spa. It's a really small hole. It's really hard to see. Yeah.
Yes.
It's right at the bottom of the little hourglass with the X on it.
Yes.
And the hole exhausts, I guess is the best way I could say, the pressure inside of the spa. If it, I guess, is used so much and it gets blocked, it bubbles up a little bit, kind of puffs up. You can feel like the cover is loose. And I guess once it's clean, it pops back down. And I don't know, mine fixed itself. So
okay.
I love that tip.
Yes, me too.
Alan and Dr. Chang, just real quick, this is Andres over here speaking. I don't know if you read the chat, but there's a lot of confusion with the body shaping gel usage and why it is not included in the initial kit. So maybe we should actually clarify that the body shaping gel usage that we are pushing, that you're pushing with the detox process,
yes,
it's something extra that you learn from the Koreans, and that is highly beneficial to do a detox previous to sessions on people that is highly intoxicated or that don't have good habits, because people are very confused right now because they're saying, okay, what if the body shaping gel is okay to use, why is not included in the kit that the company is selling? So
understood.
maybe we should clarify that this is
an extra
process.
did you come on after we discussed that issue? You came on the call late, right?
Dr.
Andres?
already addressed.
Yeah.
No, I've been here, but on the chat, there's a lot of people asking again. I've been here since the beginning. It's just that we should clarify that this is something extra that we're doing to help detox the people, but that the kit comes with the serum and the activating gel. Even with those two serums, we're going to have all of the benefits that the WellSpa has been designed for. And that the body shaping gel is just something extra that people can use if they want to.
No. What Mr. Chang said at the beginning of the conversation is that the body shaping gel is used for body shaping. And it was sold prior to the launch of the WellSpa. So since the new two gels are being sold at the same time as WellSpa, that those are included in the kit, but maybe in the future, they'll include the body shaping gel because it makes sense to use the body shaping gel is what Joe said earlier. I don't know if you were there, Andres.
I was here. I was here.
He said specifically that that the body shaping gel shows a very demonstrable difference right at the beginning. So he really believes that it's a good idea to use the body shaping gel with the WellSpa at the beginning because people may not stick around long enough to see the total results of using just the gels that come in the kit because those take longer to be seen in a demonstrable way. So just to be clear, just repeating what he said.
So it will be good that the company sends out a message regarding that because
no, I think the bottom line is, and I think you've been in the company a long time. I've been in even longer, but I remember a day when Nutriol was used by your fingers, never used with a spa, and then distributors found a great use for Nutriol with the spa. So the spa was then used with Nutriol. It was never designed together. It was designed separately. And then distributors, leaders found that if we could use it together, there was a bigger demonstrable difference. And they started to promote Nutriol on the chart, right? With the galvanic spa. So it's been many times this way. Line corrector is another one. It was never used. It was intended to be used as an individual product, but distributors found line corrector can be even more demonstrable with the spa. And then corporate put the line corrector in the kit. So this is the same thing. This has been, I think, as far as my 16 years with the spas, it has been this way from the beginning. That's what I know for sure.
Right.
No, that's good. That's good. But again, one of the questions, for example, is that one of the big selling points for WellSpa is that we do not have to wash off. So how do we explain using the body shaping gels to start the demo when we supposedly are not to, you know?
Can I say
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I think we're confusing the science with marketing. So scientifically, Dr. Joe Chang said there is no problem using the body shaping gel with the WellSpa, no problem. But it is not mandatory to use the body shaping gel with the WellSpa. I think we need to separate that confusion. It is okay to use the body shaping gel with the WellSpa. Marketing purposes, we use the body shaping gel to demonstrate instant results. Nothing to do with the Koreans. It's not a Korean patented technology.
Not at all.
Technique, okay? We can use the body shaping gel to do instant demos. However, those that do not wish to use the body shaping gel because they don't want to wash it off, whatever, absolutely use the two new gels. No need to wash it off. So to clarify, there's no danger using the body shaping gel with the WellSpa. And for demo purposes, body shaping gel is great, instant results, great to convince people, get on board. However, it is up to every leader's choice whether or not to use that. It is not an absolute mandatory necessity to use the body shaping gel in order for the new gels to work. No, not necessary. It is a marketing strategy.
And we are talking with corporate to add it into the future.
Exactly, exactly.
So I'm sure it's going to be there, Andres. But Andres, can you please align with me?
Yeah, no, just listen. Listen to Hector and Kike's.
Listen carefully. I want you to align, okay? Because we are aligning our organization for maximum benefit of the WellSpa IO launch. We're days away from it. We cannot afford your leaders to be confused. So I'm going to align you with what the strategy is. We've taught it for 1 year now. The strategy is to, number one, to use the body shaping gel and get a demonstrable difference. Step one, use body shaping gel, get a demonstrable difference in 5 minutes. Scrape it off, put it in the water, see all of that ugliness and whatever, like Joe said. And then step two, clean, take it off. And then step three, use the serum and get that long-term benefit from the serum. If you're at home, you got only 5 minutes, just use the serum, that's fine. But I am talking about the demonstrable difference that we're going to show in demonstrations across Latin America and Canada. And that's why it's critical, Andres, that you and the teams that are not aligned with this strategy, please align so we cannot confuse the field. Do you understand what I'm asking you to do right now?
I understand. Just read the questions from Hector and Kike.
Okay, that is the answer. That's the answer exactly. It's perfectly fine to do what we're doing, and that we have a marketing strategy that works. And we want every leader to align to that strategy so we don't confuse the field, because we're literally days away from the launch. And any confusion right now is going to be in a negative way affect our sales. So we want to go straight in as an arrow as fast as we can. The more demos we can do, the better we are right now to get the pre-market activity going so we can launch full launch pattern as we enter market. Yeah.
Thank you. Dr. Joe Chang, we have very little time left. I just wanted to, if you can talk a little bit more about the activating gel and the serum. So as we understand, the serum has a much more broad spectrum of benefits as far as detox as well as recovery and the restore. But the activating gel more is in the area of preparing the skin for the treatment of the serum. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. And as far as for pain in the muscle, is the activating gel or the serum will do all of that as well?
Well, I think they do, because really one of the part of the pains that you call it, but I prefer to call it soreness, that microcurrent technology, as long as you can conduct that current into the muscle, you can have a positive effect or benefit on soreness or pain. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much, because we have been using the activating gel for muscle soreness treatment, and the results are very, very quick.
There you go.
Yes. Thank you for that clarification, because there were some questions about that as well. So about the new gels, let's forget about the body shaping. Let's focus on the new gel, the science of the new gels. We know the body shaping is just more of a marketing when we do the demos. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe Chang. Really appreciate you. More than 400 leaders here all over Latin America, Europe as well, all around the world. Really, we have some Korean leaders here as well. I'm sure we're all learning so much and more clarification of how we can best market our incredible WellSpa. And I won't mention what I do with it in addition to the gels. It is incredible, this machine. Yes, thank you so much.
And I'll just leave you with a comment again, right? So, I mean, no matter how great a product is, because of the way that humans respond and react, they're much more convincing when they can see something.
Exactly.
All right. So trying to convince them through a logical and through a lot of scientific explanation, that is more, frankly, honestly, in my opinion, it becomes a little bit more, takes longer.
Yes.
All right. So I think always, if you have a visual way of demoing it, I think it's a great idea to keep using that.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And then you can go further afterwards.
Yes.
Right.
There's a question about flex cream.
Oh.
That's only if they do.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Literally, I mean, we don't have the studies, frankly, with every cream that we have, but it's flex cream is not a big seller. But if you want to use it, I see no harm in using it. Remember how Alan eventually discovered you can use, what was it? Some of the line corrector and so on, the galvanic spa.
Yes.
You know, and stuff like that. We never thought of that from the beginning.
Yes.
So we're going to learn, frankly.
Absolutely. I think from my personal experience, I feel that, you know, because it's a microcurrent, this is just a vehicle, you know, what really works is what's in the cream and the gel. Is that correct, Dr. Joe Chang? And so whatever products we put on our face or on our body, we can use this device to ensure better penetration.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Or even on the head.
Yeah. And the reason is because you are really using the device. You essentially have prepped the skin to be more responsive to any product afterwards.
Exactly. That's how I see this, this device.
Yeah, even when we do galvanic spa treatments or facial spa treatments, we love it. We put on the pearls and the True Face Essence Ultra, and wow, all of a sudden we go, man, it really seems to penetrate better. Your skin's nice and clean and prepared.
Right, yeah.
We put on this product and we feel so good. So I just encourage everybody to just demo. That's what we're doing. No kidding. And if you do that, you're going to win. This is an effort to pre-market a product that is the most incredible new device that we have, that I think in Latin America, we're going to outstrip sales of every device that we've ever had.
Isn't it? Yeah, Ellen. I mean, you've used every device we have launched, and this one is like the Super Bowl device, right?
It is for everything. Like I said, we don't need to wet our hands. Just use it for everything. Everything. Yeah. Thank you.
Baby's so excited about it. I just want to thank everybody for coming on with Dr. Joe Chang. And we've, we've discovered, the distributors have always discovered usage for all of our devices. I mean, it kind of goes, the scientists produce the most incredible products, and then we just use it and discover so many beautiful things about it. Not all of it we can publish, we can say in one-on-one demonstrations with people, but we definitely notice that, wow, this can really accelerate our business and accelerate our results. So anyway, thank you, Dr. Joe Chang, for.
Thank you, Dr. Joe.
They call this the Mona Lisa of product. I've heard it called the Mona Lisa because it's so beautifully made. And I can tell you from my usage, Dr. Chang, I would agree. This is
thank you.
Most beautiful product.
It is the ultimate.
That's great. It really is. And by the way, the one that I'm holding here is the first production unit.
Wow.
Look underneath your serial number. If you can see it, Alan, is written down there.
Yeah.
The SN number. I bet you don't have 0000001.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. SN number. What is mine?
It's a long number.
Go to the last 4 digits. Yeah. If it's all 0, then you're pretty close to my first production unit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Oh man, everybody's getting so excited. I can't tell you.
It's amazing, right? You can still learn stuff, but you guys don't pay any attention to the bottom, but there's lots of information there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Joe Chang.
Bye. Thank you.
Good to see you.
See you.
All right, guys, we're off to Utah with our Team Elite Platinum University last week. Amazing at the convention of Latin America and the launch of our body spa, Renew Spa, Bell Spa, all those things. We're really, really excited. Congratulations, everybody. Let's demo the world. Aloha.
Aloha, gang.